Hey, wake up. Yes, Ernesto connected.
And good evening, Cyber Thunder drivers. We are out here tonight. Daytona, World Center of Racing. Tonight, new season, brand new season. I am up here in the Cyber booth. We're breaking this thing out of retirement. Uh, some of you may have remembered it from last season. I got my buddy Tim Rogers out here tonight, and we may have another visitor a little bit later tonight. Tim, we're going straight to our gridding here, but this was an open 25-minute qualifying. This is a knockout qualifying race. As of right now, we are taking the top 18 currently drivers. So we have 23 drivers on field trying to make time for the race. Top 18 currently will be advancing to the race server tonight. If Bill Jetty decides to show up 7:47, we will take the top 17. But we're about to take the grid here, Tim. Real quick before the race starts, you got any pre-race picks or anything?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with my boy Ernesto. He didn't get a lot of practice, but I know he's fast and I know he can make his way up front.
All right, well, we'll see. You know what? I think all these drivers that we got out here tonight, right? So if you're in the top 15, there's really no sense in pushing it, right? This isn't going to set the grid for the race that's starting here in another 30 minutes, the actual race. But this is a short little 12-lap race, no cautions. I don't know. You know what? I see Brian Dorsey out there. I see Michael Witt out there. I see Josh Brackett out there. All these guys that are cyber veterans that may not have run the series last season and we're not locked in. You know, so you also got Patrick Stein out there. So we got a lot of names out here. And I think if you're in the top 15, they're just going to kind of ride. It's only 12 laps. No sense in pushing it.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of room at Daytona here to make passes, especially when you're in the pack. So you're going to see those guys towards the end of the race trying to make it 3 wide to get back up front.
Yeah, that's true. We saw that last night. We ran out of room real quick there down there in turn 3, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we were wrecking for 12.
Yes, we certainly were. But as we're waiting for the pace car to roll off, open qualifying, Jonathan Ellis in the number 3 car is going to be sitting on the pole for the knockout qualifying race. Charles Getting's going to be sitting in second, excuse me. Dave Sanders, Brian Dorsey, and Christopher Daniel going to round out your top 5.
Oh, I wasn't pushing my button, but another big thing I would watch out for would be the teams this season. We have 9 total teams for the Rising Stars series. Let me list them off here. We have Cold Blood Beer, the number 145. I don't think he's in the race right now. We also have Double Shot Motorsports, a completely new lineup. The number 22 of Zach Chahalis and the number 53 of Dalton Carter. We also have EMI with the number 9 of Brian Dorsey, the number 11 of Dennis Ellis, the number 72, I don't think he's in this race, and the 106, he's not in this race either. We also have JR Motorsports, number 29 of Jamie Beasley, and the number 248 of Richard Pruitt. They're really good at super speedway, so I would watch out for them. We also have Long Shot. I think most of their guys are already locked in to the main event. We also have Mad Sim Racing with another new lineup. They usually run matching cars, and they're really good at working together on these speedway races, so I would watch out for them as well. Then we have Strictly Business Racing, and I think their only entry tonight is the number 26 of Michael Witt, and Underdog USA Racing with the number 32 of Chris Vold.
Yeah, and as we see the field here start to make their way down here into turn number 3, so try to get my, is this what we want? That's what we want. Got 23 cars rolling off the grid. Unfortunately, 5 drivers out here tonight will be missing the show, it certainly seems, unless somebody's not able to make the main one. I don't know. It's going to be a crapshoot. Coming out of turn number 4, that pace car is going to make that left-hand turn. That's the only time we're going to see the pace car tonight. We are going flag to flag, 12-lap sprint to set the field for the first race of the Cyber Thunder Rising Stars series. Pace car is off. Green flag is up in the air. Everybody's got the hammer down, heading down here into the tri-oval. Dave Sanders on the inside line. Charles Gettings continues to lead the field as we head down here into turn number 1.
An interesting note, the pole sitter, Jonathan Ellis, did not grid, and he's rolling off pit road right now.
That's going to be a tough battle to overcome in a short 12-lap run. As we see side-by-side coming out of turn number 4, Top has got the run right now. They got 3 cars tight on the top, but we see, let's see what they do, see if they just get single-filed out here. I think I'm going to be moving back a little bit more towards maybe the cutoff position as we see the number 11 car now out here riding that top side, trying to make some ground up out of turn number 4 and try to secure a spot for tonight's race.
Yeah, we just saw the number 96 and the number 87 get a huge run on the top side, and they were able to drop down below the inside line there. Or, excuse me, the number 96 and the number 9.
Field is single file for the first row, second row side by side behind them all the way back. Top side's coming with a run. And you know what else, I think is important to talk about here, Tim? These cars, you can't really push in these cars. We've seen these drivers race at Talladega in these cars and not be able to push. The way that the cars are designed, if you even so much as tap the car in front of you, a lot of times that's just going to send the car in front of you just careening around.
Yeah, I mean, you get such huge runs at super speedways with these cars when you're drafting, and some guys just don't slow down when they're trying to push the car in front, and that can just send someone towards the inside wall.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, as I say that, I think as for the most part, all these guys up front, guys that are solidly locked in right now, a lot can change in just one lap here at Daytona. You can go from the back to the front just like that, but I think for the most part, these guys in the front are just going to give enough room. They're just out here kind of running laps. They're kind of checking the oil the temperatures on the car, seeing how long they can push for before they get hot. A lot of this is just learning experience for a little bit later out here tonight.
Oh yeah, well those top 10 guys just ride around. Those guys in the back are trying to make their way up front. So it's no easy task here at Daytona to make your way back up front. Oh, the 87 and the 23 almost contact there going into 1. Oh, the leaders!
We got big contact, and we were just talking about.
It's everyone.
Well, this is going to be a race to get back to pit road. They do have. This is a
junkyard on the backstretch.
This is a junkyard. We still got cars wrecking back here. This is going to be a race to get back to pit road. So this qualifying race, we have unlimited fast repairs. So you get down there on pit road, get that fast repair out, get out in front of at least 2 other guys. We see the 27 really struggling to get going there.
Yeah.
We see a lot of people really struggling to get going there.
The number 3 just slammed one of those Mad Sim racing cars. He did not brake at all.
Yeah, we see a bunch of hoods up. We see a hood up on the 199 car. I believe that is Justin Gross. I may be saying that incorrectly. If I am, I apologize. But the new damage model, they put it to the test there on the backstretch. We see Patrick Stein on pit road. See Dalton Carter. See Brian Dorsey. See the pace car. But back up to the lead. I think this is the lead. Is this the lead? No, that's not the lead. Let's go find the lead.
Yeah, we have number 19 of Christopher Daniel and 56 of Mike Taylor, 87 of Dave Sanders, and 11 of Dennis Ellis. Looks like they made it through that. Okay, oh, they're coming up on some lap traffic.
Where are they at here, Tim?
They're on the back stretch.
Oh, okay, I see him down here. Okay, yep. Let's see, Mike Taylor down there on the inside line, trying to hook up with his... I thought the 87... Oh, no, I guess he's not. I thought they were teammates there. I can't keep track of it all. So now it's just like a little 5-car breakaway, but if we look at the scoring on the left-hand side of the screen here, top 18 currently, may go to 17 if Bill Jetty shows up. We are already halfway through this race, and it's going to be a battle to see who can get back out there and try to race their way in.
Yeah, going back to the teammates, Mike Taylor and Dave Sanders are both part of Mad Sim Racing, so they could potentially get together and drive away.
Yeah, and I see, who is this, the 19 Christopher Daniel out here. I mean, these guys are all solidly locked into tonight's main feature. There is no reason for any of them to try anything, but you know what? At the end of the day, everybody wants to go out here and win the race, so.
Looks like an 18th is the 199 of Justin Gross. I think was 18th the cutoff line or right above it?
I believe we're taking 18 currently.
Yeah, and Richard Pruitt is a couple car lengths behind him on the backstretch. They're kind of solo right now, not really working with anyone.
Yeah, I see a lot of Brian Dorsey out here. He got a fast repair done. He's taking that Chevy Impala around turn number 3 and 4, ready to come to 4 laps to go. See what else we can't find here. We see the 151, kind of just riding all by themselves. Where is the cutoff line right now, Tim? Is it Richard Pruitt? Yep. Okay, so.
Yep. He moves up to 18th.
All right, so I'm going to. I think we're going to kind of keep an eye on this and also keep an eye on the leaders, see what's going on up there. But this is a race within itself, just trying to make the field here. So this is 4 position right here. So you got Brian Dorsey quite a ways back, but if he hooks up at the 17, he might be able to get up there and give Richard a run for that final transfer spot.
Yeah, and just going back to that huge wreck, it was just someone, I forget who, was pushing in the corner, and they just tagged the number 9 of Brian Dorsey, and everything went to hell from there.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we were just talking about, as we see, I believe it's not Eric Moore coming off pit road. As we see Jonathan Ellis coming off pit road, I apologize.
It's a tough break for Jonathan Ellis. He started from the pits, and when he made his way towards the wreck, a car pulled down and just clipped him.
Yeah.
He had to go down for damage repairs.
Yeah, that was your pole sitter there, so we're going to see if we can't find the lead pack. My control system is not working the way I would like it to, so I'm kind of limited as to what I can do. We're going to get that fixed before we start the next race, but we see a big pack down here in turn number 1. Dalton Carter, we see a little bit of 3 wide action back here.
Oh yeah, the little pack formed up. See if they can do anything.
Yep, we'll switch back over to the leaders here in just a second to see Dave Gamefort, Josh Brackett, Dalton Carter. All these, or not all these guys, but Dalton Carter is out currently. Brian Dorsey, I believe, is going to be out as well. Josh Brackett, not entirely sure where he's running just now. But 3 wide down here at the start-finish line.
These guys just need to play it cool and not wreck again.
Yeah.
Seems like the best option.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I'm going to switch back over before we get to the... Before we get to the white flag, I'm going to switch back over here to the lead pack, and we're going to take a look at Mike Taylor, currently leading the field, coming to the white flag here.
Goes up to block the high line, but both of those guys are... both of those guys are lab cars, and the number 19 gets taken out. He just needs to get to the start-finish line as fast as possible if he wants to make this race. Well, I think he still can.
Yeah, I think he's going to have enough time that he'll be able to do that. He just needs to... You know what, though? Let's get back over here to the leaders. But before we do that, we're going to see Mike Taylor coming out of turn number 4. Checkered flag in sight. Mike Taylor's going to win the knockout qualifying race.
It's going to be a 1-2 finish for Mad Sim Racing.
That was a knockout, sure as hell, wasn't it?
Yeah.
See Ernesto Polidora over here, just struggling to keep it on the apron. Coming out of turn number 2, I believe he's coming out of.
Yeah, the car's heavily damaged.
There's a lot of heavily damaged cars, and it's something that I think is kind of underrated as we see Richard Pruitt and Brian Dorsey coming to the line. That was a slammer.
Oh yeah.
So looks like Brian Dorsey may have just made it in. Our scoring shows him 18th on the board currently. Let's see if that doesn't update here in the next couple of seconds or so. All these guys gonna park these beasts down here on the backstretch.
Chris Daniels gonna limp it home for a 10th place finish.
Yeah, we see Mike Taylor down here doing his victory burnouts. Save that engine, Mike. You're gonna need that for another 20 minutes from now.
Yeah, but it looks like Jake Rhodes, Ernesto whatever, Corbin L. Huffman, Dalton Carter, Jonathan Ellis, Patrick Stein, and Robert Gregoire won't make the race tonight.
They're gonna hang around though. It's unfortunate. They're gonna hang around in case somebody isn't able to make the race, but I'll tell you what, we're going to take a few minutes break, but before we do that, let's just do a quick winner's interview with Mike Taylor and get some inside thoughts as to how that race went. Let's see if we can't get him dialed in here.
User was moved to your channel.
Mike Taylor, Tom Richter, and Tim Rogers down here. You got a copy?
Yep, I copy.
Awesome, Mike. Well, that sure as hell looked like to be a slobber knocker for the knockout qualifying race. What was it like going out there? I know we only got a few minutes before I got to get you over there, but how was that?
Oh man, it was an absolute blast. I love Daytona with all my heart, and I truly shine at super speedways. So to come out here today, just knocking them dead, feels good for the qualifying. So let's just look forward to the race and see how that one goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to wish you best of luck and all your Mad Sim racing teammates. Best of luck out here in tonight's opening race. Got a long season ahead of us. You got anybody you want to thank or acknowledge here while you have a moment?
And I just want to thank all the guys back over at Mad Sim Racing for, hooking me up on their team and, really pushing for me to do my best. And I'm looking forward to hopefully get I think we got, 4 guys running tonight, so hopefully we'll get a top 4 all together.
Awesome. Maybe we'll talk to you a little bit later tonight. Mike, I'm going to get you moved up back and get you up there with Crank Bell. He's got his driver's meeting going on. Tim and I are going to step away for a few seconds, but we'll be back in just about another 10 minutes or so.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right, and we are back here getting ready for qualifying. Tonight we're doing a 5-minute 2-lap closed qualifying. First race of the K&N series, we just saw the slobber knocker, or the knockout race, just about 10 minutes ago. Currently, Richard Pruitt, fastest in practice. Paul Turner, Cole Gray, Allen Robinson, Dale Lee, rounding out the top 5. Dennis Ellis, Jerry Isaacs, Michael Witt, Rob Rogerson, and Corey Range, rounding out your top 10. 24-car field out here tonight, Tim. 2,000 I rating or less, one fast 3 pair. This is going to be a good time. We got a new season in front of us, and we are ready to go racing at the Cyber Thunder Racing League and the World Center Racing at Daytona. As we see, is that Jay Bell out there?
Nope, that's Cole Gray, but he's running the same paint scheme.
Gotcha. Okay, Cole Gray's throwing me for a loop over here. Yeah, we see Cole Gray was really strong last season. Cheech right behind him, pushing him. Richard Pruitt, we saw him in the qualifier a few minutes ago. After that qualifier, Tim, do you think these guys were watching that, had any sort of gained any sort of insight as to what they want to do, or what? Oh, they're
Teammates there.
as we were talking. Yeah, no, you really can't push in these cars. You really got to stay off it. But that's what practice is for, to find those limits and push those limits in practice so that you're not doing it in the race. You do have one fast repair, but you don't want to burn it.
Right, and I hope these guys realize you can't win it on the first lap, and maybe they'll take it easy the first couple laps. Maybe they'll go hard as possible. You never know at Daytona.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We see our knockout winner, Mike Taylor, sitting down here on pit road, going through the drivers' meeting currently.
Yeah, and like I said, last race, we have 9 teams this season, and I think one of the teams you got to watch out for this season will be Longshot, Cole Gray, Allen Robinson, Paul Turner, and who else was there? Eric Moore, that was the other guy. But I saw Cole, Paul, and Allen working there. They were working well, pretty good. Hopefully they can bring that to the race. We also have Jamie Beasley and Richard Pruitt. I'd watch out for them as well for JR Motorsports.
Yeah, and that's a new team to the Cyber Thunder League this season. Richard Pruitt and Jamie Beasley teaming up for forces for this season. It's going to be interesting to see how they work together. I know you and I, Tim, we've worked together for quite a while now, but it takes time to learn one another's driving styles and learning really how to work together and communicate with one another. So that's something that I think we finally gotten locked down, but we definitely went through a little bit of a rough patch. I do remember what we thought was going to be your Bolt Cup win last year, your first Bolt Cup win.
Yes, at Chicago, and then I may have wrecked on the final lap. Gave the win to GT, but we can all forget that.
Well, we're not going to talk about that right now. We got less than a minute to go here in practice. We are going to switch this over. We're going to kick off tonight's festivities with the playing of tonight's national anthem. All right, and we're back. We apologize for that little audio hiccup there. I had the wrong track loaded on there. That was completely unintentional and certainly a mistake. I apologize for that. We're going to go ahead. We're going to take a look at... Who's this? Who's the 05, Tim? You got to help me out here.
0-5.
Anthony Marshall rolling out here out of pit road. Anthony, new to the league, looking to make a name for himself in both the Xfinity Series and the K&N Rising Stars Series.
He's running that Dale Earnhardt Jr. paint scheme, and with the correct Hendrick font. It's pretty impressive. See a lot of guys out here running actual paint schemes, but they never have the correct fonts. But kudos to this guy.
Well, that's what they say. The K&N series and the Cyber Thunder Rising Stars series. I gotta get in the habit of saying that. Cyber Thunder Rising Stars series is made for it to highlight these new guys that we have out to the league, get them up front, get them racing for some race wins, and seeing how they do. And we also got that Blade No Pro Cup series as well. So maybe fill that field up a little bit more as we get ready for that season to start here tomorrow night. First lap, you're going to see all these drivers take that real high line, or at least that's what they should be doing. Take that real high line, get these cars wound up. It takes these cars forever and a day to get wound up. Get it all the way up against the wall. Scrape that passenger side mirror off the car. Bring it down to the bottom here for the start-finish line. And see what you can do on your next lap as we continue to watch Anthony Marshall coming through the start-finish line here.
Just watching Dale Lee's lap, and he might have pulled down a bit too early. We'll see how things shake up here with the lineup.
Yeah, we're just kind of thumbing through here right now. See who we can't find here. Got a chrome car. Is that Dave Gameforth? I know Dave usually runs the chrome car. Yeah, it's Dave. Good to see Dave back out here.
Good old 101 car.
Chrome. My favorite color is chrome.
That it is.
That's a Trace Adkins song.
See how so far Jamie Beasley has the fast. Oh, Dave Sanders flies to the top.
Yeah, Dave Sanders. We see Dennis Ellis, Dave Gainforth right now. He just posted a time that's going to post him 7th on the board right now. Really close times. All these guys in the top 5 are within a 10th of each other.
Michael Thomas moved up to the top of the board in that 920 Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet.
Good old Terry Labonte scheme there. Yeah. I was watching the Southern 500 that they were replaying on YouTube last week or 2 weeks ago. Really good to see all, Terry Labonte out there winning. And I think Kevin Harvick finished second that race, but I could be mistaken. Just under a minute to go here in qualifying. Michael Thomas currently sits atop of the board, just a hundredth of a second over Dave Sanders. Cole Gray, Jamison Beasley, Christopher Daniel are going to be your top 5. Jerry Isaacs, Mike Taylor, the knockout qualifying race winner from a few minutes ago. Dennis Ellis, Corey Range, and Anthony Marshall, your top 10.
And you see how crucial that qualifying line is. Dale Lee pulled down a lap too early, and you'll see he ends up 18th on the board.
Do it for Dale Lee. That's what we always say. Good to see Dale Lee out here. Dale's a longtime veteran of not only the iRacing Cyber, but the NR Cyber as well. Dale and I used to race way back when. So it's good to get the gang back out here, and hopefully we'll get to see him up front at some point throughout the season. He finished 11th last night in the Tuesday Night Thunder Xfinity Series. Let's see, I see the YouTube box going out here. Mike Gray, out here rooting for Cole Gray. Nathan Goot, my buddy Nathan Goot. He's rooting for his buddy Michael Witt. And Mad Sim Racing, I'm going to assume that's Tyler or Brad. They were cheering on Mike throughout that qualifying race here as we get ready to start the grid here. Pace car is going to get ready to pull off down here in just a second. Let's take you through the field. 920, Mr. Thomas currently sitting on the pole. He will have choice of either inside or outside. Dave Sanders to his outside.
Second row is Cole Gray on the inside and Jamie Beasley on the outside.
And behind them, we got series newcomer Christopher Daniels and Jerry Isaacs sitting in row number 3.
Row number 4 will be Mike Taylor on the inside and Dennis Ellis on the outside.
Corey Range, another series newcomer, and Anthony Marshall. We got a lot of new faces around here, and looking forward to seeing what everybody can do.
Is that Matt Kenseth in the back? Nope, that's Robert Rogerson. I look out for him. He's a series veteran as well.
And next to him, you got Richard Pruitt. All these guys that kind of lost the roads. Everybody's rolling off pit road. Dr. Dale Lee rolling out on the outside in that 45 Mountain Empire College Chevy Impala. And I kind of lost it as everybody was...
I kind of skipped because I saw the Matt Kenseth.
Yeah, see, there you go. You're screwing us up, Tim.
Hey, dude, nice paint scheme.
We got 30 seconds here to make our pre-race picks. Who do you got for tonight's race, Tim?
I got to go with one of the long shot guys, and I'm going to go with Paul Turner in the back there.
Paul Turner certainly would be one of my top 3 picks. You know what, though? I'm going to go... I don't know if he's on long shot, double shot. I can't keep track of what shot anymore it is, but Cole Gray is finally going to break through the bridesmaid column and get his first win here tonight in the Cyber Thunder Rising Stars series.
Yeah, he'll definitely be. He's one of the guys that's been talked about that's going to take the place of Kyle Jett or Crank Bell as the dominant driver of this series.
Yeah, Kyle Jetty and Jade Bell winning so many races last season. They won probably the entire season between the two of them, but pace car is going to be off. We are going to be racing at Daytona, and we are going to be starting the 2020 Season 2 schedule as Michael Thomas leads them to the field. Green flags up in the air at Daytona.
See those Mad Sim Racing cars get lined up on the inside.
Yeah, there's a sale on blue and yellow cars. That's what we were asking the other night. Dave Sanders with a big push from Beasley on the outside row. See what Dave Sanders decides to do here. He doesn't have much help right now from Jamison Beasley, but he's coming back to him slowly. Dead heat down the backstretch, door to door. As we head down here into turn number 3, nobody's really pushing. Everybody giving plenty of room. They know this is a long race. They know this is a 50-lap race. Only got one fast repair, and you got to make that pit stop before you even think about racing for the win.
Right, and Daytona's also a race of attrition, and you don't want to be involved in that first big one and waste your fast repair. You want to save that for the final laps.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe we have one green-white checker in the series this year. I believe that is what this series utilizes, but everybody given plenty of room. See the 920 car way out front now. The outside lane's going to be getting a big old push as they're now 3 tight on the top line here. Dave Sanders once again clear on the 920, but he decides to hold that top line and try to pull Beasley through for the second position.
Yeah, when it comes to Daytona, the top line is where you want to be. That's how you move up through the pack. If you get in that top line, it's almost like everything cycles through.
Yeah, and I can tell you, I mean, different car, different series, but we saw it last night. You and I, Tim, we decided to hop up on the top line here real quick, and we went to the back like we threw out a parachute. It was a disaster. So, you know, I think it's just a matter of what point in the race do you do it, and at what point do you start to really get aggressive with it? As we see Cole Gray getting just about a half a car length back, but keeping his nose off the bumper of the 920 Terry Labonte car. These guys know that it's a long race, and they want to make sure that they're around for the finish of it.
Another thing you want to do is you want to make sure you want to manage those temps. You don't want to overheat the car. You want to save those pushes.
Yeah, that too. I don't know how many laps they get around this 2.5 mile super speedway before they start to get in that toasty zone. But once it gets toasty, it's hard to bring it back down, but you do want to make sure that you have a little bit in reserve in case that outside line or the inside line starts to come with a little bit of a push here. But, kind of just thumbing through here as we see the leaders all battling out here. See the 0-5 that we were looking at in qualifying, Anthony Marshall just kind of quietly riding, plenty of room in the front of his car, plenty of room in the back of his car. Kind of just riding, ticking off laps, and just looking and seeing what's going on around him before he decides to get up there.
So far, a very clean start. Like you were saying, everyone's giving each other room and no one's making drastic moves. Just an overall very clean start.
Yeah, and that's what we want to see out of the Cyber Thunder Rising Stars series is, the give and take and the learning experience of being up front. All these guys in this race out here tonight have an I rating of 2,000 or less. So they may not be able to have an opportunity to get up front in the Blade Node Pro Cup or the Tuesday Night Xfinity series that we run. But it's a completely different race when you're racing up front for the lead. I know I'm usually in the back, but when you're racing up front for the lead and for the win, and you're making those late race decisions as to whether or not you come down and grab tires or you stay out and you risk it, it's a whole new sort of races. Now we see, what do we see? See the 96 car. Who's the 96 car, Tim? Charles Gettings.
Yep, Charles moved down to the inside line. That outside line starting to lose a little bit of cars, but they're keeping that momentum going.
And we see Jade Bell right on the back bumper of Michael Thomas. Cole Gray. Who did I say?
Cole Gray. That's not Jade.
Did I say Jade Bell?
Yeah.
As we see Cole Gray in the number 44 car coming out of turn number 3 and 4. Single file in the bottom lane. Outside line's got 5 cars in line tight. They're trying to make a run. But we'll see how that goes here in just a second.
If that inside line gets far enough ahead, Cole could potentially jump up in front of that 77 car and lead that line and potentially have a shot at the lead instead of being stuck in that inside line. But the outside line's still going strong so far.
Yeah, nice job by everybody so far. Everybody's given everybody plenty of room. This track's 3 lanes wide, and they're certainly making use of all 3. Nobody's really pinching anybody down right now, which is always nice. You have a little bit of breathing room instead of going through that corner, and maybe you tap the apron a little bit. It jerks the steering wheel out of your hands a tiny bit. You got a little bit of room to catch it. Give yourself a little bit of room.
Yep. And as you see, there's, when it comes to super speedway racing, there's 2 different strategies most of the part. You want to start up front, or do you want to ride around in the back and avoid the big one? Well, right now, Brian Dorsey and Dale Lee are doing the 2-car tandem. Good ways back from the lead pack. Maybe they're looking to avoid that first big wreck.
Yeah, they are probably about 2 seconds back. Oh, no, they're more than that. I don't know. They're ways back on the field as we see Brian Dorsey and Dale Lee. Those 2 guys, both of those guys, they're out here. They just want to finish the race. And Brian Dorsey almost made the championship for the Xfinity Series last year. So Brian knows how to wheel a car. We'll see him up front before the end of the night, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, he was really consistent during that. I don't think it was the Xfinity Series. I'm pretty sure it was Bolt Cup or
It might have.
The BladeNode.com Pro Cup Series.
It very well could have been. And, going up front a little bit here, taking a look at your pick, Paul Turner. Paul's just kind of riding with the same strategy, although he's a little bit closer to the action. Paul Turner just out here riding. He knows that we're only on lap 9 coming around to start lap 10. I wouldn't be surprised to see Paul hang out for the first 30 laps and then start to make his charge at the end there.
Yeah, that's always this thing when you want to ride in the back. You always have the risk of losing the draft, and Paul here is not quite there, but he's also, close enough to still be in the draft.
Yeah, as we move forward to the front of the field again, all status quo: Jamie Beasley, Dave Sanders, Michael Thomas, and Cole Gray. See, I got it right that time. Cole Gray, still your top 4. 19 car, I don't think we've said his name out here tonight. Chris Daniels out here just kind of riding around, still being followed by Anthony Marshall. Everybody just kind of staying put where they are. And
oh, we got a car on the apron.
Who you got?
Who was that? That was the 56, I believe, of Mike Taylor. Yep.
Yeah, Mike Taylor. Oh, boy. Mike Taylor. Tim, grab this for a minute.
Yeah, it looks like he might have he checked up and he might have gotten a shot from the 36 of Allen Robinson. That might have got him loose a bit, and he clipped that apron, but what a save. Yeah, what a save. He keeps it straight, and everyone avoids him. Good job by those guys. Not a lot of things shaking up front as Michael Thomas still leads with Cole Gray second and Dave Sanders leading that outside line. These guys are just keeping it safe, not making any crazy moves. They're saving that for the last part of the race. Oh, and here goes Cole Gray to the outside. He's going to try and shake things up here. Yeah, and he does. He gets that help from Dave Sanders. We have a new leader, Cole Gray. Oh, and he's going to have good enough run to jump down on the inside line. What a move. People now they're starting to move around a lot. That might have sent echoes throughout the pack that now it's time to make moves.
Yeah, and you know what, Tim, I appreciate you taking that for a second. So typically, it only takes one person to really stir the pot, and that wave just ripples through the entire field. And whether it's a checkup that checks up the entire field and then we have a wreck after that, or it puts everybody in the mindset that, hey, it might be go time here.
Yep. Keeping that in mind, it's only lap 13. Still got quite a ways to go.
We see Dave Gainforth kind of riding very quietly on the top line currently. 4th car in line, that chrome car, trying to follow the top line through, see where he can wind up, and see if he can, as I say that, he pulls his way down towards the bottom line, and is going to fall in line in front of Anthony Marshall.
See, because of Mike Taylor getting loose there, we see 2 distinct packs forming. We got maybe the first 15 cars in the race, and then everyone else is in a line behind that.
Yeah, I just switched back over here. We're looking at Mike Taylor, Paul Turner. Cheech Robinson looks like he's reaching for a beer or something down here. He can't decide what line he wants to be in.
Yeah.
All these guys back here, they got nothing to gain right now if they start pushing and whatever. So they should just be lining up and trying to make sure that they stay within arm's reach of that first group. Switching back over here to the front pack. Still status quo. Cole Gray and Dave Sanders continue to lead the pack here at Daytona, the World Center race.
Yeah, Dave Sanders and Jamie Beasley not move the whole entire race from that top line.
But you know what, though? This is also Mike Gray. I see Michael Kelly out there. Michael Kelly is rooting for Cole Gray, and so is Mike Gray. Stay in the groove. Keep the hammer down, Cole Gray. Cole Gray, you hear that? Yeah, keep that hammer down there.
As we say that, Dave Sanders jumps out in front of him.
As we say that, yeah. And but you know what I was just about to say before I took a look over here to our YouTube chat box. right now what you're doing, this is a new season, a lot of new faces, a lot of these guys may not have already raced with each other, right? So right now you're learning each other's driving style. You're trying to figure out who you'll be able to work with in the last 10-15 laps at tonight's race. So a lot of that could be going on here aside from the people that already have teammates out here, but you know it as well as I do, you don't always wind up with your teammate, your designated teammate, in front of you at the end of the race.
Yeah, no, a lot of things can happen at Daytona. Like I said before, it's a race of attrition, and you got to start making allies as soon as you can, because you never know who's going to be there at the end.
Yeah, no, absolutely. As we see Mr. Matt Kenseth. It's not Matt Kenseth.
It's Rob Rogerson.
It's Rob Rogers. Rob changed his paint scheme this year. As we see him kind of now poking into the picture on the outside of the top 10. 10th, actually, inside the top 10. As we come around turn number 2 here, as we work lap number 17 of 50. We are just under halfway through the race here. And what's our pit window like, Tim? Do you have any idea?
Nope.
Well, if anybody has an idea of what our pit window is like, feel free to yell it out. But I think it is safe to say that these guys will need to make, at the very minimum, one hopefully green flag pit stop in order to make the race on fuel.
And if there's no cautions, we're going to see green flag pit stops, and that brings a whole new level of difficulty to Daytona.
It absolutely does. But these guys, let's just take a second. Let's just talk about what I don't want to jinx it, but what a great job these guys are doing. We are now 19 laps into the race. A lot of these guys starting to just click off laps and give each other plenty of room. We haven't seen many incidents at all throughout the first 18 laps of the race. Excellent job by the start of the new Cyber Thunder Rising Stars series.
Yeah, these guys up front are super clean. Really good to see that.
I see Cindy out here in our YouTube chat box. She's rooting for Corey. Let's see if we can't find Corey on track. Where's Corey right now? Corey is running probably about the 9th position. 11th on the grid right now. In the 71 Coors Chevy Impala with those yellow wheels.
Bill Elliott.
The Bill Elliott, yeah. Did he have the yellow wheels?
I don't think so.
All right, well.
That's his own addition to the paint scheme.
As he moves up to the top lane, he's just kind of seeing which lane's working right now. And they're going to come around here past the start-finish line, working lap number 20. A lot of these guys moving around right now. I wonder if this is just them getting hot and they're trying to cool the cars down, or if they're just getting a little bit squirrely on these 20-lap tires, Tim.
Might be a combination of both. Those tires, no, it's deceiving. Daytona, you're just flat out, but coming out of the exit of the corner with old tires, it gets pretty loose.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Let's see. I got another guy rooting out here for Corey Range. Cranked Up Country wants Corey Range to go to the front. I'd be okay with that. Mad Sim Racing. I don't know if that's Tyler or Brad. Tough luck for Mike Taylor, but Dave Sanders is looking good tonight. Yes, he certainly is, as he leads the inside lane here. Second piece, P2 across the line that time at the start-finish line, as now we're going to start to catch some lap traffic in front of this group. We'll see what Chad Ellis does once the lead pack catches Chad here in just a second.
It's always a treacherous thing at Daytona, lap traffic. You have a huge pack of your... Yep, and Chad does the responsible thing and just pulls to the apron.
Yeah, excellent move by Chad. He gets all the way down the bottom. He says, you guys are racing up here for the lead. Go ahead. I'll catch on to somebody's draft, and maybe I'll get the lucky dog here in another 5, 10, 15 laps, maybe when we get a caution.
I'd watch out for Jamie Beasley potentially. Yep, he moves down and that inside line. We have a new leader, Jamie Beasley. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely does right now, but the top line does not look like they're formed very well together right now, as the bottom line's got 4 tight on the bottom, with Jamie Beasley, Dave Sanders, and Cole Gray leading the inside line. top line. Now you got Charles Geddens deciding to get up on that outside line with Dennis Ellis. Dennis Ellis. That's a name we haven't said in a while.
Oh yeah, he's up there running the Hooters car.
Good on Dennis Ellis. Dennis has been around Cyber for quite a while. Good to see him up front and competing for a win.
He's a part of Team EMI.
Big run by the 95 Charles Geddings coming out of turn number 2. I don't know if Dennis had a little bit of a bobble or if Charles just had that good of a run, but now we're going to see Dennis get clear and slide down in front of Jamie Beasley, as now the top 3 on the inside line once again rotate.
See how quickly things shuffle here at Daytona. The 920 of Michael Thomas was the leader, but now he's 5th in the inside line.
Yeah, and that's that Kellogg's Cornflakes car that we were talking about earlier tonight's race. Let's go back in the pack here a little bit. Let's see if we can't find Paul and Dale and see if they're still out here. Oh, I see I see Dale.
Yep, they're still back there, single file.
Dr. Dale Lee out here. Paul Turner with the 7-car pack in turn numbers 1 and 2 right now. So that's kind of your update. You got Paul Turner, Mike Taylor, Cheech Robinson, Richard Pruitt, kind of working together in the backstretch here, as they are probably about 7 seconds or so, if I had to take a gander, off of the lead pack coming through turns number 3 and 4.
Yeah, they're really going to have to start moving quickly if there's not going to be a caution. Might lose that lead pack.
And this time by, they're going to show halfway, 25 of 50 laps now on the board. We see Dave Gameforth. Memory lost me there for a second. Sliding down there on the apron before we got into turn number 1. Charles Geddens now the outside leader with the 199. Justin Groves pushing on the outside. Still 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 coming out of turn number 4. Charles Geddings and Dennis Ellis continued to lead here, as now we see Rob Rogerson has worked his way up into the 6th position on the outside line, slowly making his way up front.
Once those guys drop down to the inside line and take the lead, that allows you to move up into a better position.
Yeah, and directly behind him you see that Bill Elliott car. You see Corey out there making moves as well. He's slowly working his way up there. See the sail on the blue and yellow, the cheap wheels on the Jerry Isaacs out there running the power headsets. Chevy Impala and 5th car in line on the top side, just kind of riding around right now.
We made it over halfway, no wreck. These guys are really doing good.
They're doing better than I would, as we saw. At least they're not wrecking for 12th place.
Exactly.
As we now got a change for the lead here. I don't think he's going to get clear of him, but he's going to have a big old push from the 199 car coming down the backstretch. We're going to see if he pulls the 199 through or if he decides to rotate the inside line again.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Not going to get there. Jamie Beasley. Jamie Beasley has been probably the biggest pusher of the night. I think he's been pushing the lead car the entire night long on that inside line.
Yeah, he pushed Dave Sanders out front, keeping the 11 out front right now. Not letting those outside guys go to the bottom.
Yeah, and that's really what you want to see. When you look up in your mirror, you want to see that you have somebody that knows what they're doing, that knows how to push, that knows how to keep that tiny bubble of air. Like you see right there, he gets just to his bumper but doesn't touch him, and that's going to push Dennis Ellis out front here as they get down here into turn number 3. You want to see somebody that knows how to play with that throttle and keep you up front if you're the car that is being pushed. As we see 3 wide with Cole Gray, Corey Range out there deciding to go 3 wide.
We got Matt Kenseth up top.
And Rob,
Oh, they back out.
yeah, now Corey's gonna slide down into that fourth car on the inside line, probably seventh place if I had to take a guess. Seeing some really good racing. These guys starting to push the issue a tiny bit, starting to test the waters, and seeing what they can do out here. And
I would say it's, about 21 laps to go. I would say this is go time, at least personally for me, as they're 3 wide again. Corey Range through the middle.
3 wide again. They look to be holding a pretty solid line. Little bit of contact there between him and Rob Rogerson. Looked like the 71 may have slid up just a hair on the entry to the corner, but no harm, no foul. Everybody continues on. That's just, that's just super speedway racing, Tim.
Yeah, Rob had no choice but to let him in. If he didn't, there would have been a big wreck. That's some of the, that's part of give and take here at the super speedways. You got to respect your other drivers.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? Nobody came out of that with damage, so they're going to continue on out of turn number 2. But we see Corey. I think Corey is pressing the go button. Whenever they decide that they need to pit, that's a question mark that I can't answer just yet. But I think you're going to start to see these guys pit. What are we on lap now? 30. Probably going to see them around 34 or 35. Hitting pit road, I should clarify. And Tim, your pick for the race tonight was Paul Turner, and he would have been one of my picks as well, but this is kind of the gamble that you currently play right now. So Paul Turner is currently sitting 4.5 seconds behind this lead pack here. He's running with Mike Taylor and a couple of other cars. If they don't get a caution here, they might be out in the woods, or they might be in. Is it in the woods? Out the woods?
I don't know, but they really have to get organized here.
And it's really difficult because you can't push in these cars to make that big charge towards the front of the field. As now we see them coming around for the 45. Dr. Dale Lee crossing the start.
What happened to Dale? I think he just lost the draft or something.
I don't know.
He's got some damage to the right side of that car. Oh no.
Dr.
Dale. You got this, boys. You got this.
Dr. Dale going to pull it down to the inside line, and everybody's going to be going 3 wide around him. Everybody does a really nice job. Oh, Corey slides into the wall a tiny bit. Now is going to lose that momentum from that. He may have some damage on the right side of his car, which would definitely hinder his performance here tonight. But they still got that fast repair. I don't think you would want to burn it for that, though.
Rob Rogerson just squeezed in front of Cole Gray. I think we've seen Rob, Cole, and Corey 3 wide a couple of times this race already. Is Cole going to go 3 wide again? Nope. Slides back in line. Oh, looks like the 199 is going to... Oh, no.
He can't decide what he wants to do. He's going to slide back up. Jamie Beasley, I think he's looking up in that mirror and saying, Jamie Beasley knows how to push. I've been watching him push everybody else around me all night. And I think if I was looking up, I think I'd want Jamie behind me pushing me for the lead.
For sure, but here comes Corey. We know how he likes. He likes to go straight through the middle. Let's see what he does.
I wonder if Tanner's listening to us.
Probably not.
Our buddy Tanner. Tanner's usually out here in the booth, and Tanner's really the one that makes this show good, but Tanner got stuck at school and was not able to join us out here tonight, but we will have the cyber booth out here at least a few more times throughout the season. Yeah, I don't know. We'll kind of see how the schedules align, as now we see a big push on the outside lane. Charles Gettings got no help behind him currently right now. Jamie Beasley once again showing that he's able to push. He may get both of those cars clear of Charles before they head down into turn number 3.
It's gonna be close.
Oh yeah, they're well clear of him now.
They're gonna stick to the outside. Oh no, maybe not.
They're gonna stick to the outside. It certainly looks like. Maybe not. But you know what though? If these guys need to start thinking about hitting pit road, I wouldn't be surprised to see this entire two wide pack starts a single file out here. because we are now on lap 34 of 50. I gotta imagine that they're coming within the next couple of laps, and we're gonna be seeing some green flag pit stops. Hopefully here in the next couple of laps.
And just to point out, Paul Turner's pack of cars has caught up. They made it back.
That, you know what though, that's another thing. So these guys start moving around. I don't, having to go around Dale on the outside. That slows down this pack, and now Paul Turner and that group is right back up front. You see Richard Pruitt here. I don't think we talked about him all night. These guys are now back in the picture.
For sure. And the 199 keep sticking to the outside. I think he knows that's where you want to be. Oh, it's gonna be.
What do you see?
It's gonna be. Oh, I thought it was 3 wide. It got close there. Up front.
Jamie Beasley kind of stuck up in the marble area up there. Is now we're gonna. Oh, he thought about it, but that hole closed very quickly on the 71. Man, this has been an exciting race.
They're 3 wide for the lead right now.
Are they? 3
They
staggered?
were.
Yeah, I'm
Jamie
live.
Beasley goes back into line there. But the 199 just didn't miss his chance to move down. Now they got to regroup here and try again.
And this is the part of the race that if you're able to go and find those teammates that you want to work with, this is the part of the race in the next 5 laps that you want to start lining up with the people that you want to work with for the finish. So you got Jamie Beasley, you got Justin Groves, Charles Gettings, all these guys now looking for a friend for the end of the race. We got the 23. Josh Brackett, that's a name we haven't said all night long, kind of now pointing himself up into the picture of the top 5.
199 still doesn't move down. Huh. Most like Jamie is a pusher.
I'd imagine so, but you know what though? The top line is running out of help. Just now Jamie and Justin out there leading the top line. A little bit ways back, 2 car lengths back to Jerry Isaacs. That power headset Chevy Impala for Mad Sim Racing. Now coming up to their bumper, going to try to. I think these guys got to get single file if they're going to be making pit stops here in the next few.
We got 3 wide. Oh no, are they gonna sort it out? Yeah, they do. 920 of Michael, whatever, went through the middle there, but everything sorted out pretty good. Oh, and here they come.
Here come all the pit stops. Charles Gettings going to be the first one down here, 60 miles an hour at pit road. Yellow cone is where you need to be 60. We're going to see, I don't know, you're probably just going to see right side tires and tank of gas, get yourself to the finish. But something here, you need to make sure that you're not over sliding the pit box, as we almost have an incident on pit road. Josh Brackett, this is going to be a costly mistake. He missed his pit stall by like...
Oh my god.
Oh
my god. Yeah, it's going to be a major, going to lose a lot of time there.
Those are the kind of mistakes that you don't want to make.
But overall, that was a pretty clean entry. Here comes the second group.
Absolutely. Let's get over there. I was still busy over here. We see Justin Groves and Jamie Beasley leading the second pack down pit road. Let's take a look at the 199, see what his strategy is coming into his box here. Comes to a stop, might be a little bit short. Nope. Looks like the tires are staying on the ground. And Richard Pruitt behind him is having trouble parallel parking.
Oh, we got a car spinning, the number 23 of Josh Brackett. I don't know if that's going to bring out a caution.
Yes, we do. He
looks like he just lost it on the apron and smashed the wall hard.
Yeah, and that's really easy to do because you're trying to get these cars back up to speed as quick as you possibly can. He's got some right front nose damage. He's got heavy right front nose damage. That's going to bring him down pit road a second time. So, good night gone bad for Josh, but this race is a long ways from over as we still have 10 laps to... Oh, boy. As we still have 10 laps to go. He's got the hood up on that Chevy Impala. Hopefully he can find his way to pit road and his spotter helps him out here.
Looking at Josh's pit stop here. His car number 23, but he went to the pit stall, the 26 car. Maybe he got confused.
I don't know, but I know what we did just see. We just saw Cole Gray get up in the outside wall in turn number 3 as I try to cycle around here and try to find our lead pack. Is our lead pack going to be,
Cole
Corey?
hits the commitment cone coming into pit road there. Oh, I wasn't live.
Is this our, yeah, I don't, or is this our lead pack here with the 71 and 96?
I believe so, yes. They'll cycle out to be the leaders.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be Paul Turner now. Currently on pit road, he is a lone wolf down here, making that long trek out of pit road. We're going to switch back over to what will be the race for the lead pack here.
Yeah, not the pit stop Cole wanted to see. I think him and Paul were planning out going out of the pits together, but that plan's out the window now.
Yeah, and just 9 laps to go here now, as these guys are going to start to catch Michael Thomas coming out of turn number 2. 9 laps to go. Next time by, we're looking at 8 laps to go. How long do you wait here to try to get lined up and try to make that move? If you're, say, 5th, 6th, 7th car in line, are you just kind of riding and hoping somebody goes and follow them, or do you want to be the... we got contact back here.
Is that going to bring out the caution?
I know we got debris on the track. We'll see if that debris brings out the caution here, but we got a bunch of cars parked down here. We got Rob Rogerson making his way down to pit road. Dennis Ellis, that's a real tough break for Dennis. He's got some heavy damage. So we stay green here at the Daytona International Speedway, as it now looks like we're going to have a 5-car breakaway, excuse me, for the lead and for the race win here tonight.
Here goes those Mad Sim Racing cars. Dave Sanders and Mike Taylor doing the 2-car tandem. They go to the lead. Great teamwork. Oh, yeah.
Oh. I'm on the wrong crew. Whoops.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. So, let's stand corrected. We are now looking at the battle for the lead and the race win, as it's a 4-car breakaway. Dave Sanders, Mike Taylor, David Gainforth, and Brian Dorsey. Brian Dorsey, somebody that we talked about.
And Paul Turner. He's back there.
Where's Paul Turner? Oh, there's Paul Turner. He was just out of camera range for me. Who did I pick? Did I pick Cole?
Oh, Cole's going to try and block that pack. Oh, that was kind of sketchy. Surprised there was no caution for that.
Yeah, I remember last night's race was very, very, very lenient on the cautions. We went green to checkered with only 1 caution flag the entire race. 3. We had 3 cautions last night?
Yeah.
Huh. That beats me. I see my friend Jessica out here. How is Canada, Jessica? It's been a long time since I talked to you. I hope everything is well with you and you're staying safe and healthy. This time around, we're going to see the open hand at the start-finish line. 5 laps remaining here at Daytona International Speedway. Mad Sim Racing. What a story would this be if Mike Taylor was able to win both the knockout qualifying race and the main event for tonight's race?
Winning 2 Daytona races in a row, that's pretty hard thing to do.
Oh, absolutely. You know what, and especially with this group of drivers, I mean, we've gone now 45 laps, clean and green. Had that one incident there, but it did not bring out a yellow. Kind of just circling back around here. Josh Brackett's got that damage fixed, and he is now 21st, 2 laps down, but he is up in this lead pack right behind Cole Gray, who's 17th, 1 lap down. So those pit stops certainly were critical in how tonight's race is going to most likely finish.
See, Cole Gray was a pretty dominant driver early in the race. He got to the lead, but, like you said, one mess up with your pit stop, you can lose so much time.
Yeah, we saw Josh Brackett have to back it down. He had to back it down the entire length of pit road.
Pit stop by like 10 stalls.
And you know what, Josh? I believe Josh has a live spotter out here tonight, so you got to wonder if that may have anything to do with it. I know we all get used to these apps that everybody uses, counts you down to your pit box. If you don't have that, I know that would certainly throw me off. But Paul Turner now sticking his nose onto the outside, teammate on the outside, and we got a caution, Tim.
Oh man, this changes everything.
This changes everything. Tim, can you find the cause of the caution here?
Yes.
Might have to do with Jerry Isaacs. Jessica says, it's great. I'm staying safe. Hope everything is good for you as well. Yeah, things are going great. I moved to Pennsylvania just a couple of weeks ago. Got out of the great state of New Jersey. But I hope everything's well with you. And we should get together sometime whenever you and Dakota are free. Crank Country says that's going to bunch him up. That's it. That it's going to do. This is going to give us our one attempt at a green-white checker here tonight, Tim. And I don't think you're going to see anybody hit pit road except for maybe some people in the back trying to get some damage fixed.
Yeah, everyone's going to stay out. Still trying to look for the cause of that caution. Everyone was pretty spread out there.
So let's reset the field while Tim does that. So your current top 5... Dave Sanders, Mike Taylor, Dave Gameforth, Paul Turner, and Brian Dorsey. That was your race for the win here before the caution came out. Now, with the caution coming out, that's going to bring the 71 Corey Range. That's going to bring the 199. We saw both of those cars.
Here we go. Looks like...
Go ahead.
Go on. Oh, all right. The 199 of Justin Gross on lap 47 looks like he got into Jamie Beasley and just turned him into the outside wall. And then that... Almost. Oh, yeah, it got Chris Wold. He was a casualty of that. They're wrecking over here. Oh, that was a hard hit for Chris in the 32. That was over on the front stretch.
Who are we looking at?
Chris Wold.
You said 47?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to be back here with the live replay once that switches over. As the field starts the grid for their green-white checker. So you're going to see Chris Wold on the outside there, a little bit of neck code. Oh, that wasn't Chris Wold, that was oh, yeah, there he is. Yeah, hard hit for those 4 guys. Really a shame. These guys were running really well together and trying to make up some time.
And I don't know if Chris knew he had a fast repair or if he used it already, but he towed.
So, Tim, and all of YouTube, we now are going to have a 2-lap shootout. First lap's going to be the green flag. Second lap's going to be the white flag. And the third flag we see is going to be the checkered flag. Who do you like in this little 2-lap shootout that we're going to have?
I like those Mad Sim Racing guys, Dave Sanders and Mike Taylor. I really think they can work together and dominate these last couple of laps.
Well, they might be able to, but that's kind of the catch-22 of running 1-2. If you get a caution, you're not going to line up in front of each other on this restart. They're going to line up side by side.
True.
I tell you who I do see back here, though. I see Paul Turner and Brian Dorsey. I would not be surprised to see those 2 drivers hook up. Those are 2 drivers that have raced each other a lot. Those 2 drivers have raced each other a lot here at the Cyber Thunder Racing League over the past year and a half or so. And I think you're going to see people that you know hooking up with the people that you know. Mad Sim Racing's crew rioted on them. Jerry's pit crew did not fill him up with fuel, so he ran out. Budget cuts in the wrong places.
Oh no.
That is not what you want to hear, especially with a few laps remaining.
But Paul Turner's race so far has been pretty good. I mean, he was in that, he was in the back, he was in that second pack. They were kind of losing the leaders, but he's made his way back up front. Everything just played to his favor, and he's over here in fourth.
Yeah.
Eventually win this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Regardless of how this turns out, what a night it's been. First night out here, 1 caution, 2 incidents, really. What a night this has been of clean racing, tight racing, and hard racing. And we hope to see everybody rejoin us here for the Wednesday night Cyber Thunder Rising Stars series in the weeks to come. We're going to be doing these broadcasts intermittently, kind of as our schedule allows, but we hope you'll go ahead and subscribe and get on board for when we do get these out here every once in a while. And also, little shameless plug in the next 20 seconds or so, go ahead and like Full Velocity Racing Network on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, as they will be covering our BladeNo.com Pro Cup series that is on Thursday nights. That begins tomorrow night. That'll be done by a real crew with a real budget.
This is going to be a chaotic finish.
I see a lot of people out here in the YouTube chat box. Cindy's got Corey. She's rooting him on. I don't know. I think we're gonna see Paul or Brian hook up. We shall see. Pace car makes that hard left-hand turn down. Green flag is out. See if these Mad Sim Racing teammates can't get lined up and work with each other to get lined up to go 1-2 tonight. As we try to get the right camera angle down here. There we go. Dave Gameforth, we talked about him a little bit earlier tonight. He's now sitting up in the 3rd position. That chrome car on the 2nd car on the inside line, as he gets a little bit of a love tap from the, from the back end.
Wide.
They're going to be 3 wide. They're going to be 4 wide. They're going to be all sorts of wide back here. Corey, outside run here, but nowhere to go with it. He's going to be stuck up on the top side as now Mike.
Oh, here comes Paul.
Mike Taylor and Paul Turner. Mike Taylor just won the knockout qualifying race half an hour ago. He's now leading with 1 lap to go. As we see a car.
Oh, we got a car on the wall.
We got a car down in the wall, but the race is going to stay green, I do believe. Next flag is going to end it. We're going to race this to the checkered flag, Tim. That's what I want to say.
Yes, it's going to be... Oh, there's Corey on the outside.
There's Corey on the outside. He's leading the top line with the push from Brian Dorsey. As he... Everybody hang... And they all... Oh, my goodness. They all save it. Don't ask me how.
Come on, Paul. He got it.
They're... These guys are...
They're wrecking behind him. Oh, he gets into Paul. Huge wreck.
Oh, my
goodness. It's
the
Mad Sim Racing guys.
The Mad Sim Racing guys. Brian Dorsey, Paul Turner, door to door. Oh, my goodness. What a last lap that was. We see the 19 coming through here, trying to make their ways through. Mike Taylor. What an upset this would be. Oh.
Oh, he gets wanted. Does he still have it? Oh, it's Brian Dorsey. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
It's a great night to be Jade Bell.
Holy crap, what a finish.
Wow. Stick with us right here. All right, and we're gonna give Mike Taylor a second to get his beast parked down here. That was an insane last lap, but we're gonna pull all three of these drivers in here and go through the finish with all of them individually. At the end of the night, big checkered flag going out for Brian Dorsey.
User was moved to your channel.
Did we? Hello again. Oh yeah, definitely a really, really good race today all around. Yeah, and I got a good bump heading into turn number 3. I think that was right around like lap 15 or 16 or something like that. I fell back 6 seconds back, and then I pushed. Oh man, who was it? I'm trying to look through the list here so I can figure out who it was. But I just pushed the heck out of somebody, and I mean, we were like getting like a second on everybody, and when we finally caught it, it's time for pit stops. The race all around, it was just, man, can we go back and do that again?
I think so. I think we can do this next Wednesday night. Cummins, you gotta bring us through that white flag lap though. You're leading at the white flag. You come across the line in third place. What kind of excitement was going on that last lap there? And how did that feel inside the race car coming through the checkered flag?
Yeah, man, coming out of turn 4, I had a really good push from my teammate there, and I think I wrecked about 50 times there on the on the final lap, and I apologize to whoever I door banged coming back up on the track on the backstretch there. And then I got a really good shove coming to the checker from my teammate, and once I hit the grass, I was just along for the ride at that point. I'm really glad I came in third at that point. Can't complain. It was a heck of a lot of fun, man.
Absolutely, and you guys certainly put on a show. Well, Mike, congratulations on your knockout win tonight. Congratulations on a podium finish for the first race out for the Cyber Thunder Rising Stars Series for the September Series. Once again, we're going to give the floor. Anybody you want to thank, acknowledge, who's helping you get here tonight as I watch the replay again for tonight's race.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I definitely want to thank Power Headsets. Again, the guys back at Mad Sim Racing. They were all phenomenal over there. God, I think we got Sim coins on the card this week, and big thanks to everybody out there. It was just a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, we're going to get you moved back out here. We're going to let you go celebrate with your teammates, and Tim is going to get our...
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved to your channel.
So, Chris, you're coming to the green-white checkered in 8th place. Did you think you would have a chance at the win at that point, or did you think you were going to be involved in the second big one?
I was just trying to make it to the end. I wasn't trying to make any big moves. I got some luck on my side for that final wreck.
Yeah, you did a really nice job maneuvering your way through all that mess. I'm looking at the backstretch here. Yeah, wow, you just barely made it through that. Once you made it through that, what was going through your mind? Did you think you had a shot to win it?
Yeah, I did. I tried to latch on to the guy in front of me, and then they got together coming on at the short chute, coming out of 4, and I just went high to try to stay out of the way of anybody coming up in front of me.
All right, heck of a race tonight, bud. See you next week.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I enjoyed it.
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved to your channel.
I appreciate it, man. No, I was actually just anticipating pushing the 71 car. I thought, I'll just push him, maybe get him to the lead, and then somebody on the inside got into him, and it kind of opened up off of two, and I just shot the middle, and then chaos ensued in front of me, and I got it behind the 77. I knew the guy in the lead probably had damage, and I didn't know if the 77 would jump out, so I jumped out, and I guess the guy in the lead off four just had too much damage, and my momentum was able to carry me off four. Nah, guys, I just appreciate you guys hosting this stuff. It's fun. I raced in the um, blade thing last season, and I'm going to race the B and the K&N full time this year. So I just appreciate you guys hosting us, and appreciate a good bunch of guys to race with.
User was moved out of your channel.
Tim, I'm taking a look here. Oh man, we had a lot come in over the past few minutes. So Cindy says, this was so cool my first time watching. Really, really cool. Love this even if my boy didn't win. Way to hang in there, Cole Gray, for a top 10 finish. What a show, Tyler or Brad says. Ryan Dale popping in here as well. Wow, what an ending. Mike Gray, good race. Awesome to see all the support out here. Definitely a great race. But Tim, what do you say? You want to do this again another time, sometime?
Yeah, maybe. And hopefully Tanner's here as well.
Hopefully Tanner's here as well. Tanner keeps us in line. Tanner knows what to say. Tanner knows how to throw out those boogeties.
Tanner's in cahoots.
Tanner is in cahoots. Yeah, Tanner hates it when we tell him he's in cahoots. But that's going to